Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and today I have a first look at the We Are Makers button press. This is the Puffy sticker and shaker shape insert, and you do need to have the button press to use this. And I found it on, there was a deal with HSN. They were offering free shipping on everything, so that's a big deal because if you've never shopped on HSN, generally each item that you get has its own kind of shipping fee with it. And if you're buying multiple things, I think from the same company, they might combine that shipping fee and reduce it. But if you're ordering, because HSN has stuff from a variety of different brands, if you're ordering from, multiple different brands, you have to pay multiple different shipping fees. But every once in a while, they have things like free shipping day. And whenever they do, I always kind of take it as an opportunity to browse whatever is on clearance. And this bundle was something that, I don't know technically if it was on clearance or just on sale, but it was something like 40% off, I think. And I've been thinking about getting it, but I knew this was going to be something that's like very novelty. I don't know how much I'll use or make these items, but they look like fun. And so it seemed like now was a good time since it was on sale and I didn't have to pay shipping. So in this bundle, you get the thing that makes the things, and then there are refills as well. So I do like that they come with the refills because they always give you some to start with the insert. They always give you some, but it's so fast to work through them, especially since, you kind of have to figure the first couple that you make might not be perfect as you're learning how to do it. And one thing though that I will say I'm not super thrilled about is that, see how it says 15 pieces there and this one says 30 pieces? That's technically true. But it takes 3 pieces to make a finished unit, in this case a finished shaker. So it's a little bit, I wouldn't say it's misleading, but it's just, not really telling you what you can ultimately make. I feel like it's telling you what you're getting, 15 pieces, but what can you make? 5 shakers. And that's the same as with this one, where it's advertising 30 pieces, which is technically true, but I believe it's 3 individual pieces that come together and form the one thing, which is the one Puffy sticker. So what can you make? 10 Puffy stickers. So just keep that in mind when if you're interested in this and you see the refills. It's not as plentiful as, and I knew that when I read the product description. The product description has it correctly stated as in terms of how many actual things you can make. It's just weird that they don't put that the way that you would assume in the packaging. So this being a first look, this is going to be the first time I'm using this. I have seen, there aren't a lot of videos on how to use this. So, but I did find some, and I did watch them, but I'll also, now that I have it, I'll also read the instructions. And we will make something. So, now this, I feel like, is a lot simpler to use than some of the other inserts where you've got to cut the thing, and then you've got like the button, for example, you've got to cut the design, and then you have to put the lid on or the design onto the face of the button, and then you have to put the back together with the top of the button. It's a lot of steps. This too, I think, is going to be a couple of steps, but maybe not as many, because seems like the pieces are pretty simple. And you don't have to do the A, B, like the turning and making sure everything's lined up. So this is what all comes in the box. You have this piece, which is very similar to the other pieces of the button inserts, which will actually cut your design exactly to the right size. And then there's this contraption here, which looks like it fits in like that. So this looks like a little, you know what this looks like? It almost looks like a cake press. Like it looks like it's the shape of a moon cake almost. So I think this is what's going to press everything together. So that's probably going to house these bits. So this is a combination. So this particular insert will enable you to create both puffy stickers as well as shakers. So let's see. This is the instructions for let's see. This one's the puffy sticker, this one's the shaker. Okay. So this is just the instructions for cutting. All right, so let's pick out some papers. And maybe that's where we will start with this. So let me see if there's a good choice in Pink Christmas. I have some scraps here. Let me go through my scraps first because it looks like you don't really need a lot of paper. If you look at the die, let me measure this really quickly and we'll see what the die actually cuts out. So don't push down because there's under this black, the black is foam, and there's like a line outline there. You can see that scalloped outline. So under there is a metal die that will cut. So this is 1 7/8 of an inch. So I need something that's maybe 2 inches. But really, let's see, that's the final cut. But if I'm gonna play it safe, I should maybe aim for a piece that's maybe 2.5, just to give myself plenty of room to position. Any of these would, oh no, not any of them. Some of these are really thin. You can see I keep everything, even super skinny little strips. Let's see. Oh, that's cute. That's pretty. Oh, I have a couple. I have a couple of pretty wide. Let's see. Let's think about puffy sticker. What would be? Oh, that's pretty. Oh, if I could get, look at that. Maybe I could get that as a, oh, I can't quite fit it because you can see, it's not going to, oh, what a bummer. Well, I like that paper, so I might have to pull out a fresh sheet of that. Because I think that would be really, really cute. So let's pull out this paper pad. And I've already crafted a lot with this. I just hope I have enough. It's so hard to use. Oh, where is that print? Is it on the back? Oh, here it is. I've already used half of this paper pad. It's crazy how quickly I've gone through this. Alright, so let's use this. And what I want to do is isolate one of these. I want to isolate one of these deers. Maybe this one. Mostly because he's kind of off to this side here, and I feel like I'm not gonna waste too much, you know, having to really cut around. So let's do that. So let us start by trimming around this. I'll just cut like this. That's a nice thing about, you know, being able to get a preview of what it's gonna look like through the center there. Alright, so it doesn't really have to be all that close, just to remove the excess to make it easier to punch through. Okay, so then what you want to do, it says attach the top and bottom cutting plate. So when you get your button press, or if you already have one, what you want to pull out are the white platforms here. These are what they refer to as the cutting platforms. So there's one on the bottom and then there's one on the top. That's a magnet. And when you get this inserted in the right spot, the magnet holds it up there. Okay. And this bottom base can swing whichever, it can swing to the left, it can swing to the right, whichever direction is more natural for you. So that's what step one is to attach these. Next, we want to use the cutting die to center the design. Place the paper and the cutting die on to the cutting platform, making sure it's centered in the space. Okay, check. And then you want to swing this around so that it's underneath that, and then pull the handle down. So what I like to do is really just give it a nice firm press. A lot of times I can hear it crunch through the paper. I couldn't hear it just now, but sometimes it helps to maybe turn and then press again. And hopefully that's enough. That did not make it all the way. So I tried not to move it too much. And I'll just do it again. Maybe give it another turn. Alright, let's see if that did the trick. There we go. So that's cute. So this is, remember, just under 2 inches. Alright, so we have that, and it appears this step, I think, looks like it's gonna be the same whether you're making a puffy sticker or you are making the shaker. I'm gonna do the puffy sticker first because I haven't thought about shaker bits, so I haven't pulled any of that out. So I'll go ahead and do the puffy sticker first. So it says here, peel the center liner from the puffy sticker and adhere foam. Then peel the outer liner. Okay, so I think what we're looking at is this in terms of the puffy sticker. And so if you look at one side, you can't, it's all completely smooth. If you look at the other side, you can kind of see there's a bit of a kiss cut, and you can actually peel the liner off the center circle here. Okay, so no problemo, we're gonna do that. And then it says to adhere foam. And this is the foam. And there's 5 in here. Oh, that's kind of generous. So you can make 5 puffy stickers. And I think that's, I say generous, but I think that's the same when you get the buttons too. is that you get, like, let's say you get the large button insert, you're going to get enough of the consumables, enough of the button making pieces to make 5 large buttons. But the reason why I think this is generous is because we're getting 5 puffy stickers and 5 shakers. So supplies enough to make 5 of each. That's kind of nice. Okay, so if we peeled that off, and then now they want us to put the foam, which is just foam. There's no adhesive on either sides. And we just put it in the center here. It actually looks like, I think there's even a little bit of adhesive all the way around. So, oh, I'm so in the habit, I'll just do it anyways. I don't think it's necessary to burnish because all of it's going to get pressed together. Place the puffy sticker foam side up into the base, followed by the paper. And, oh wait, I skipped a step. It said, and peel. There's a lot of steps in just this one. It said, then peel the outer liner, which I did not do. So let me go ahead and do that. Then peel the outer liner. So the outer liner is kind of tricky to peel. Okay. And what I want to do actually is, this is just foam and this is just, double-sided adhesive. So I kind of want to see if I can DIY some of this myself and not have to continue to buy the refills. So we'll see if we can make a project out of that at some point. Okay, so then it says in step 2 to put the puffy stickers foam side up into the base, then followed by paper and then the cap. So this is our paper and this is the cap, and the cap is the side that has the We Are Makers. And it doesn't really matter, this is all perfectly circular and symmetrical, so it doesn't really matter your orientation on this. Okay, and then we need to put the cap on, and then all we do is we press. So we put that right back into the button press with the cutting platforms, so we don't have to change out these pieces at all. That's kind of nice. So I just want to make sure that it's centered, and yeah, and then press handle. All right. I don't know if it's necessary, but I'll still rotate and give it another press. You don't have to press really far or hard because this, it doesn't go down that far because this is pretty thick. Well, let's do one more. Okay. Now it's looking more level. The reason why I did that last one was because this felt like it was like a little tilted, as if one side didn't really go down quite as far as it could have. Alright, so here's the proof is in the pudding. Look at that. There you have your puffy sticker. And so it's a sticker, so my guess is this has a liner back here that I can peel off and stick it onto something. So that's kind of fun. I remember my nieces and nephews kind of did DIY puffy stickers as projects. They would just like fold up paper and put it in the center, which I think is really kind of cute and ingenious of them. So that is the puffy sticker. So now let's see how to make a shaker. I do have, let's see, what can I use as shaker bits here? If I use the same papers, I do have some of my embellishments from High Supply. Ooh, maybe some pearls. Kind of want to see. I like these little stars, but I wonder if I have it in gold because there's a lot of golds with that. Oh, I do. Oh, yes, that's going to be perfect. Okay, I think that's the winner. All right, so. Oh, let's see. What's this? I also have some gold washi. Okay, not sure where we're headed with that. Just want to pull it out so we have some options of things to work with. Alright, so let's see how to do the next part. So the first part is going to be the same. Presumably we're going to cut our design in the same way. And the difference though is this. So it looks like when you cut your design, it's what's going to be behind your shaker. And this is the shaker. This is the shaker piece. And let's see what all comes in here. So this has a bit of foam, a foam ring, and I guess a little sticker. Oh, actually, so let me see. Maybe this is actually 15. Is this actually 15? Oh, it is. It actually is 15. I think. You can actually make 15. Oh, I was wrong, so I take that back. I think you can actually make 15 shakers. Well, that's a lot more. I could have sworn the product listing, I thought it said 5. Maybe I was remembering what it said for the main insert. Let's see, what about this one? This is... Oh, maybe this is also 30. Well, that's cool. That's a very generous supply then. Okay. Let's read what we're doing here. Okay, so with the shaker, all we need to do is we have just this one piece, peel the outer liner from the shaker shape, you put it in your insert, you fill it with some shaker bits, and you put your paper, place shaker shape with the foam side up into the base, fill with confetti, followed by upside down paper, and then the cap. Okay, so here's the thing. This side is what our, it's always going to have a white border. I guess that's just the way it's going to look. Which I was hoping I could do maybe a gold frame. Let's see if we can maybe do something with that. So this is about, oh gosh, it's an inch plus a 16th. Because if you wanted to cover this, you could use the die that is provided to cut a shape on the outside. So let's do that as a starting point. So for example, if I wanted to maybe have, I could technically use this deer, but you would only really see the head of the deer. Let's see, what else do we have? Trees with the gold stars. Oh, the maybe the ornaments with gold stars. Oh, that's nice, but I don't think that's big enough. Okay, so the ornaments. How about that? Oh, that's. Is that too many stars then? We have stars and then more confetti stars. Is that a little bit overkill? But let's just do maybe one of each because I think I'm gonna have plenty to play with here. So I'll just cut a little piece of cardstock here. And we'll get this cut. Just want to make sure if your cardstock's not bigger than the entire die, just make sure when you place it that it covers the cut lines. Oh, there. I heard that time the paper crunching. Yeah, I think it cut through on the first round. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so there's that. And if I did leave this, it would just be white on the outside. But let's see what we can do about that. Okay, so I do have double-sided adhesive sheets. And what I can do, let's just experiment a little bit and see if I can get a gold border all the way around. So this is how big it is. So I'm gonna stick a little bit, I'm just gonna cut a piece down to the size that I need. Okay. Just gonna experiment a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is lift off, this is double-sided, so there's gonna be adhesive on both sides and a liner on both sides. So lift off one side and I'm going to line this with the glitter washi. Well, should I do the glitter? Yeah, let's do the glitter. So, and washi already is a little bit sticky, but it's more low tack, where this is going to give it a nice, very, very sticky tack. So I'm just going to just line this across here. I'm gonna aim to get these like not to overlap, but not to leave a gap either. And I wonder, let's see if I can just, there we go. So here's where I'm headed with this. My thought is that I'm going to try to create a border here. And I'm going to use the die to punch this out so that it's the exact right shape and size and outline and all of that. But then I'm gonna see if I can just use a circle die from my stash to to get the aperture in the center there. Okay, so that's our sort of glitter cardstock, but in this case I'm using washi because that's kind of what I have. So I then will position my die here so that I can cut this out. Let's see if it went all the way through. I don't think it did. Close, but not all the way. Alright, so let's see. There we go. Okay, so that worked out great. And next, what I want to do is I measured that inner circle aperture at 1 1/16 of an inch, which is rather specific, but I do have punches, so maybe I'll get a 1-inch punch and see if I can punch what I need from the center there. Okay, so rather than using the punch, I think it'll be easier to just use some dies because I have plenty of circle dies. Just need to find one that is the right size. So what I'm looking for is, oh, I might not even have one small enough. Let's see. So I need a die that's about the size of that inner aperture. Oh, this is perfect. Oh my gosh, this works out. That one is perfect. Okay. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna eyeball the center of this and then die cut. And then the idea is I'm gonna attach this here, and that'll give me a really nice gold glitter border, just made with a little bit of washi. All right, so let's tape that down. Okay, so there's my little frame, plus I have a circle that I can use for something else. And now the thing is that this might not line up exactly. Oh, but it's pretty, wow, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm not exactly centered, but I'm pretty close. Okay, so this doesn't appear like there's, let me read the instructions because I don't think this is meant to be the front, so I don't think it's got any adhesive or anything on it. So that means that because I use double-sided adhesive here, I can just peel this off, and it's a little bit tough to do because it's been cut on both edges, so now I did make this using just strips of washi, but I attached my washi to some double-sided adhesive. So now it's got stronger adhesive behind there instead of just the regular kind of low tack washi adhesive. Okay, So I am just going to take this slowly, get this lined up, and then I'll peel back the liner as I go. Oops. I'm a little bit off. You know what's nice? I think this is vinyl. That's kind of nice. So I'm trying to center or line up the outer edge because I know that's been cut with the die, so it should line up perfectly, even if the inner aperture doesn't line up, because that's me positioning the die, the circle die, to cut the inside, but the outside edge should be perfect. So look at that. How cool is that? All right. Okay, so now I've made myself a fancy gold glitter border. Totally optional, by the way. All right, so now I'm going to do what it actually says to do. So it says to peel the outer liner from this shaker bit here. So this already has acetate, and there's a slit right here that you can use to peel that back. So peel that off, and it says to place the shaker foam side up into the base. This is the base. Foam side up. Okay. Then you want to put your shaker bits in. This is, I think because I attached the maybe it's better to not do your frame first if you're gonna do a custom frame, because if you don't get it 100, like it must not be like 100% like correctly fitted, because this isn't laying super flat, but that's okay, it's all gonna get pushed flat. And then we're gonna fill it with some shaker bits. I think I'm gonna put some gold stars. This is from High Supply. And I'm gonna just use a little triangle tray here so that I hopefully don't spill. And I might actually need no, maybe I'll have to use a spoon. I was thinking I would just pour like this, but that might not work. Okay, so it's not that big. It's not that big of a aperture, but it's pretty thick. It's maybe like, I don't know, usually like maybe double thick foam. So I want the shaker to feel satisfying as you shake it. I feel like I want maybe something more than the confetti. Something that, like maybe some seed beads or something. I'm gonna have to see what I have, what else I have. Okay. Because it's so thick, and these this confetti is so, it's so thin. Maybe I'll put some of the pearls in. Let me see. Because these don't have adhesive. But the larger ones I think might be too thick. I'm going to take another one out just so that I can see. That might work. I don't know. I feel like that's going to be a little too thick. I'm going to try to find some micro beads. Okay, I have these. This is super tiny, but it's gonna have a very satisfying shaker sound to it, which I think is nice. And let's see if I can get this open. So oh, definitely don't need that much. This is more for the sound effect. So the stars are for the design, and the seed beads are for the sound. All right. So then it says put your design upside down. And then the cap on top. Okay. So the cap, there's these two ends here. So your cap fits over it like that. And then we press. And I'm gonna give it a couple of turns and press a couple times. Okay, let's see. It looks like it. Look at that. I'll shake it close to my mic. How perfect is that? So the pattern paper has stars in it, but then the confetti bits are stars. There's a little bit of the white seed beads, just for that satisfying shaker sound. That's pretty cool. That's fun. I mean, I do think that making a custom border is really nice, because otherwise I feel like it would be way too plain with just the white. So I could see this being pretty useful for maybe some cards, for card making. I don't know how often I'll do the Puffy sticker, but you know, there's you never know. They might come in handy as fun little gifts, but or I could make little, maybe I'll put this onto, I do want to do some altered paper clips. This might be fun as an altered paper clip, just to put it on. It would really add a lot of dimension to your journal or notebook or planner, but that could be fun. So this is kind of nifty. It's a fun little novelty item. I think it's really easy to use, so I love that. And there's not a lot of pieces to it, so really it's just, you know, you could turn your scraps into fun little stickers and shakers. So I think that would be a really fun way to kind of do some scrap busting. And the inserts, I mean, it does look as generous as maybe it says, so that's good. I thought you would have to assemble more of these, but really it's a lot easier than what I thought. So that's really cool. I think this is actually 15. I think this will make 15 because it's 2 pieces. So to make the Puffy sticker, it's this piece and foam. To make the shaker, it's just this piece here. And the thing is that I wonder, so this will be, like I said, something to explore later, but because this is just foam, like it's pretty thick, but you know, you could probably get foam, you know, this thick. It would be easy enough to just cut, like, buy sheets of foam, cut it, and then this bit here, this is just, it's the same thing I used here. It's just double-sided adhesive. So double-sided adhesive sheets. So I just need to make more of this piece. I just need to use the die that comes in the insert, and then just punch out or cut out additional pieces of this. So if I can get, you know, foam that's just as thick, or just double up on my foam sheets that I already have, because I tend to use low profile foam, I might be able to find, maybe I can find a die. Oh, let's see if I have a die. Now I'm kind of curious. Because, oh, look at this. Okay. This foam is the same size as the foam here. And we just discovered that I have a die that is actually, yeah, it's pretty much the same size as this inner aperture here. You can see that fits right inside there. Look at that. So technically, if I can make this, if I can get a die that's this size, or punch that's this size, I can actually die cut through the foam, and I can make this foam ring here, and then I'd be able to DIY the shaker aspect of this also. So let's look at my set of circle dies. I think this is gonna be, yeah, this is too big. This is way bigger than that foam. Yeah, I'm gonna have to explore some other circle die sets, because you just never know, like, where each brand, what size it starts at. So it's possible, maybe. I'm gonna explore that idea some more, see if I can find either a die or a punch or something that will allow me to cut that size, and then I don't have to buy any more refills. But until then, the refills do feel like they are fairly plentiful. Like, every single piece of foam here is a Puffy sticker that I can make. So that's a lot. That's more than 15. That might actually be 30 Puffy stickers. So yay, that's really cool. All right, so that is my first look at the button press Puffy sticker and shaker shape insert. I think I'm going to be doing more of these. These look like a lot of fun to make, and I can use them on cards. I mean, they're fairly dimensional, but it might be on the kind of card that you hand deliver. They might be fun as little tag accessories too, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me on this one. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.